This could be one of the reasons why you're still making mistakes while speaking in English. You could be reading books, you could be reading newspaper, listening to podcasts, and even daily English conversations, but still the same mistakes. And I'm not speaking about the advanced mistakes with perfect tenses or any compound sentences, but basic mistakes with the tenses. However you try, you feel that you're still making the same mistakes. Let's sort it out. Today's video is all about sentence formation, and I have gathered some sentences made by learners in different daily English conversational videos from different channels. And even during my training sessions, I come across learners using these sentences despite their level. Upper intermediate learners, sometimes intermediate learners, and of course beginners. It's okay. Probably you're not learning it the right way. Before going into the sentences in detail, my name is Renee Rose Matthew. I'm a CELTA certified tutor and also an author. If you're visiting the channel the first time, you could have missed many videos. Just scroll down and watch the other videos to help you better. We all listen to conversational videos. Even I have a couple of them on my channel. I began making this recently just because of your interest and suggestion. But I make sure that I give constructive feedback by the end of the video because I'm a trainer. I do it regularly and daily. Along with that, I also try to rectify some of the mistakes due to slip of tongue that I make as a trainer. Now, something becomes a major error when you frequently repeat that pattern. So as a trainer, I've already spoken about the repeated pattern of errors. That is what you have to look into. It's not enough that you just spot the errors and then try correcting other people. But if you are a part of the frequent pattern of errors, then you have to really work on that. So let's look at some of the sentences, and definitely it's going to help you. Now, whenever you listen to a conversational video, you would have noticed some of the learners would have completed even 200 sessions. I'm not speaking about speaking platforms, but generally when there are conversations, they just keep speaking. And some of them make mistakes just like that, not able to identify and even rectify the mistake. So there could be a pattern that's followed. For example, using past tense when you're supposed to use present continuous or simple present tense. So the major problem that's discussed is getting stuck while speaking. No, that's not the real issue. The real concern is when you don't realize that you're making a mistake. Did you know when you keep listening to something that's wrong, unknowingly and subconsciously, you imbibe, you learn it. The first mistake, I get to hear learners saying, I got hesitate. It's better to say, I hesitate while speaking in English. I think there is some sort of hesitation that I go through while speaking in English. It's the way you use the word hesitate in the correct format. So native speakers of English also go through this problem, and it's okay to make some mistakes while speaking a language, while communicating in a language. Even as native speakers of the Indian languages, of the vernacular languages, we make mistakes, but we are not followers of those patterns of errors. The next common error. When I was in schooling, I made a lot of mistakes. Even now I'm working on my problems, the language issues. We don't say when I was in schooling. When I was in school, I made mistakes, it's fine, okay. Schooling is a period from your school days. So schooling is different from school. I hope you understand the difference. Yes, it's there. Of course, you know about it. I know that's what you're thinking now. But the usage is different. Just like the word hesitate, hesitating, hesitation. The next sentence, I've written a couple of them here. At that time, I feel we have to update our language. So we get to hear learners speaking about their problems, even some of the YouTube creators who are not trainers. It's okay. Only through practice we can correct ourselves, but this video will help you. You're referring to a particular period from the past. At that time, I felt that it was really necessary for me to work on my language. At that time, I felt the urge to work on my language skills. Either way, you can convey the same idea. There are better ways of doing it, but still you can never say that at that time I feel. Did you get the difference? At that time you feel? No, I felt, I thought, I came across. Oh, that is fine. The next one, I come across this comment beneath my videos and even on some other channels. Every day I watched conversational videos. Even when people speak about their problems, they say every day I watched. Every day. Otherwise also when you're speaking about regular routine or any fact or anything that you do frequently, not always but regularly, you say, I watch conversational videos to help me improve my language skills. My sentences, every day I watch conversational videos. Now there's another comment I came across on one of the YouTube channels. I don't want to disclose the name of the channel, it's here. The person has said, you need to make conversational videos with average speaking people. What is the meaning of this? Average speaking people? Of course, the person would have referred to people who are not advanced speakers. It's okay. You can listen to anyone speaking in English, but the problem is subconsciously and unknowingly you are learning all the wrong sentences. You feel confident. That's what the comment says. When you keep listening to people who are average speakers, you feel confident. Why do you feel confident? You feel that, yes, I can also work on my language. This person has been working. It's about the language journey in a positive way. But in the other way, you can also feel that it's okay to make all these mistakes. And subconsciously, you learn the wrong sentences, the wrong usages. So that's why I inserted this particular comment. I read this a couple of days back on another YouTube channel. The next one, my mobile couldn't work well. Otherwise also we don't say it couldn't work well. My mobile is not working. It's not functioning. I don't know, something is wrong with my mobile. My mobile did not work if it is about a particular point in the past, but not my mobile could not work well. Did you understand? Did you spot the mistake? Now let me give you the next sentence. Can you find out the problem that's there in the sentence? When I was in schooling, I had the option to work on both painting and swimming. So this I came across when I was watching a conversational video of a creator who was speaking to a tutor. And the tutor did not even correct that person towards the end. Or even spot correction was not given because it's a major problem. It was a kind of pattern that was followed by the speaker, that is the creator. So during schooling or during my childhood days is correct, but not when I was in schooling. The next one. We used to enjoy it as children. What is the mistake here? I'll give you some time for you to spot the problem here. We used to enjoy it as children. We used to enjoy as children. Or we can say we enjoyed as children. We were enjoying as children when we used to indulge ourselves in different activities like climbing trees. But not we used to enjoy it as children. That's wrong. The next one, are you ready? It's been a long time to watch your conversation videos. Okay, I get this comment and I've seen this comment also on different channels. It's been a long time to watch your conversational videos. It's been a long time since I watched your conversational videos. That is also another way of putting it. Trying to say that it's been some time I came across your conversational video, or I didn't get the time, or I didn't watch anyway. But otherwise, I've been watching is a different tense, which means you have been doing it for some time, continuously. It's been some time since we met. Means there was some gap, some sort of gap. That's also the meaning. So I'm not referring to the tenses here. I know that you know everything about the tenses, but it's the usage. During watching the movie, I got excited and clapped my hands. What is wrong here? During watching the movie, I got excited and clapped my hands. While watching the movie, while I was watching the movie is also correct. These are two different ways in which you could correct the sentences. There could be more, but not during watching the movie. While watching the movie, while I was watching the movie, anything is okay. The next one, are you ready? I have been studied in a Hindi medium school. I studied in a Hindi medium school. You can also say I've been studying in a Hindi medium school, which means you have been doing it for some time. It's still continuing into the present. So I wouldn't have given you every aspect of the tense even in the previous sentence. It's been a long time to watch that wrong sentence. There also I didn't give you all the technical aspects, but I just corrected the sentence. So here also, I've been studying means you started at some point in the past and it's been going on. And I studied in a Hindi medium school. I know that some of the tutors are also watching my channel. It's great to know that, but still, whenever you give a particular aspect, when you correct the learners, it's not necessary to give every aspect. Some learners just get intimidated thinking that, oh, I don't know anything about this, I don't know grammar at all. Just correct that sentence, telling that this is a problem. And then you can give more sentences, I mean context, more situations and topic, and then you can use the layering method where you say present perfect can be used. You can also say present continuous, the difference between present perfect and present continuous, or present perfect continuous and present continuous, wherever they get confused. We cannot learn the structure just like that. And then how can you expect to remember the format, the grammatical structure while speaking to a person? It's not possible. I've seen learners trying to formulate and calculate while speaking or while making these simple sentences. When you work out the sheets, the grammar worksheets, you get 10 out of 10, even 20 out of 20. But it's not going to work out when you speak to a person. And then you feel that I know I'm doing all these things, I know everything about grammar. Knowing is not enough. Practical knowledge with the right methods is important. I slowed down my pace because it's very, very important. But I can see that good YouTube channels with a lot of followers also follow these mistakes, make these mistakes. I think as viewers, you should not be making the same mistakes. Before commenting and finding the mistakes of another person, why don't you write it down and correct yourself? I think that is the first thing that you can do. See, whenever it comes to cleanliness also, instead of blaming others, saying look at the garbage that's strewn around, or look at the unhygienic conditions, why don't you begin from your own house, from your own surroundings, and be an example? And then maybe you can talk about it to a community and then start working together before commenting, saying, oh, look at that and look at this. I think the same thing can be applied to language learning as well. Well, I don't have any more sentences here if you're waiting for the next one, but I hope you understood. Like, you can pick on some of the sentences, and happy learning.